Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all appropriate supervised ages outside the dilapidated Castle Grayskull, in front of the I have no idea what the hell I'm doing right now. Snake Mountain in the Hobo Jungle. I bring to you another Reno McDallas review. Hey, so before we get started, I just had my 42nd birthday. It was awesome. I also made a short where I made myself breakfast and involved that, and it was spoiler alert, this stuff is not great. They use weapons grade liquor in it. So in other words, rather than an enjoyable flavor of liquor or perhaps, anything like that, it just really, really overpowered in the flavor that they try to make it. And then and then you just get that burn from the cheap fucking vodka. Anyway, excuse my language. We're only 52 seconds in and I'm already dropping F-bombs. So it's going to be a good episode. So anyway, I got a few things in. First off, this is for my 90s homies. That's right, we got the Cyborg Superman. And I saw that they came out with a red, Target's getting the red version of him from the Revenge of the Green Lanterns thing. Was that Revenge of the Green Lanterns, or is that... Oh, Sinestro War, right? So I don't think I've read... Revenge of the Green Lanterns. So, anyway, but yeah, in that nice classic look. It'll be great on my Superman stuff. Okay, homie here has a hand for grabbing them Lois Lane titties. And then for picking her nose. There you go. Or whatever. I mean, you can do some butt stuff with that if you want. Scratch, like I said, pick your nose, scratch the inside of your ear, get some earwax out, all the good stuff that you would do with a finger that sticks out, just so. For those of you that enjoy the cards, there's that. I'm not going to read it to you. You can look at it for just a second. There we go. So there's that. And to go into my giant pile of cards, one of these days I need to get get one of those old binders out that I've got. And that was weird. Got a little something there. Get my binders out that I've got Liam's old cards in and separate. I've got extra binder pages, right? Like a ton of them. So separate his stuff and then to a little binder and then do that for him. Or then put his in a binder for him and then put mine. Yeah, anyway, whatever. I'm going to shut up now. So he does have the diaper on. That's okay. Look at that. You like them toes? Are you into that? Is that your thing? And then, yeah, that's pretty cool. That's a great figure. I hope we get... I did see we were going to be getting a 90s Superboy without the coat. So, that'll be rad. Excuse me. So, gosh, I'm sorry. I'm really... the brain fog's getting worse. Anyway, I forgot I ordered this and I didn't cancel it. So here we are. We're just going to order it. We're going to look at it anyway. It'll be a fun figure. Why not, right? But I canceled almost all my pre-orders that I hadn't paid for as soon as I found out that I'd be off work for quite a while. Because I didn't feel like if I'm going to ask for help with a GoFundMe on my medical bills that I should be spending my normal money on figures. So anything else that's coming in is going to be stuff that I've paid for previously on a pre-order. And there are some floating out there. I've got the entire Superman wave. Pretty sure it's the whole Superman wave. And the definitely the whole Superpowers wave for the movie as well. And then I have a couple Spider-Man figures pre-ordered. And some wrestling stuff pre-ordered. And I did get something today in, which I'll show you. I don't know if I'm going to open them. I'm going to hold on to them at least until my other wrestling stuff comes in. I may just keep those in the box because that's a really good display of those. It's a heavy... I mean, it's got that good protect. I don't think I'm going to open them. You guys know I'm a big Legion of Doom fan. Road Warriors, whatever you want to say. But yeah, those are pretty cool. But yeah, I probably won't open those, but we'll have a closer look at them whenever I do my other. So anyway. Oh, goodness. Captain Carrot indeed. There we go. He's a big fella. It actually looks really cool. I'm kind of glad it didn't end up getting canceled. All right, give me just a second. Okay, he's got a lot of fun hands. So we got thumbs up for justice. Thumbs up for justice, of course, is when you walk up behind one of your friends and slowly but firmly stick your thumb up right into their beehole. Like, you don't have to penetrate. You just have to let them know you're there. You give it a little knock, knock. You know what I'm saying? And then you go, thumbs up for justice. That was inspired by things that I would, me and the other guys would do to fuck with Lonnie. Because that's how we rolled. Anyway, this glows in the dark. So let me see if I can get a charge real quick on it. I'll let you look at this. So as you can see, it's got a nice little signature by the Toddster. There we go. Okay. Okay, just a second. See if this goes or not. All right, and oh yeah, a little bit. You can really see. You can't. I mean, I don't have all the lights off down here, right? But yeah, you can see that glow. It's pretty cool. All right, give the lights just a second. Moose is back there. He's probably wondering what the heck I'm doing with the lights. But yeah, that's a pretty neat figure. I guess I am glad that I didn't miss out on getting it. Look at that cottontail. Just technically moves because the diapers. So that's pretty funny. But or the briefs or whatever you want to call the McFarlane pants. But yeah, eat your carrots, kids. They're good for your eyes, supposedly. Actually, you'd have to eat a whole lot of them. But whatever. Alrighty. So there's those two McFarlane figures. We're done with the McFarlane stuff for today. Next DC item. This is all mainly DC stuff, by the way, guys. Sorry. I mean, you probably saw that by the time you waltzed in and saw the thumbnail with these guys doing whatever. I haven't decided yet. Probably trick-or-treating. So I got this from a secondary retailer that had it on super clearance. So this is my first Beast Kingdom toy, right? It looks as good as, if not better, than a Mezco. Hopefully it is. I'm hoping so. So go ahead and pop them out here. Just going to pop it, but there we go. So I don't know if I've mentioned this. I probably have. I got brain fog from all this crap. But anyway, I'm going to the Metropolis Superman convention dressed as Hot Boy Summer Peacemaker. So that'll be a fun one. You should... Oh, wow, look at that. It's fancy guns. Oof. All right, give me just a second. You want a man with a bunch of blue hands. Okay, so we got some fists in here. We got finger setups for guns, handshakes or slaps or butt tickles. I mean, kind of like grabbing, giving you a quick exam there, making sure your fellas ain't hanging weird. He already has on 2 holding hands there. He does have, move his arm here. Look at that. He's got stuff in his belt. Not removable, but still really cool. Yeah, man, that's awesome. That is a really cool figure. And good articulation. The boot's weird there. Check that out. Oh, well. Can't be perfect, but goodness. This was way cheaper than a Mezco even thought about being. So here's the other Cena head. For those of you who enjoy John Cena head. I know we all do deep down inside. Okay. Put that one up in the stuff. Okay. Comes with a base. He's got these chromed out weapons. He got the Peacemaker axe, Peacemaker sword, and then of course the stand. So let me put that together. Look, it's Megatron. Okay, so I've really got to say these Beast Kingdom toys are freaking awesome. If this is how good they all are, I think they're better than Mezco. 100%. Hands were easy to change out. Articulation's good. Doesn't feel like it's going to come flying apart on you. The joints are good and posable. You could do very good toy photography with this. Outstanding, like 10 out of 10. That's an amazing toy. Yeah, you know how I'm always like at the end of it, oh yeah, you know, if you like the stuff, get it. Whatever you like, if they have it in Beast Kingdom, give it a shot. That's actually how I feel. And of course, they do come with those sweet, sweet treats that we all love. Nummy, nummy. Okay, so the next stuff that's coming up here, I got a bunch of this on clearance, and so we're gonna just look at the boxes, and then I'm gonna deturd everything at once. So we got Superman, Ben Cooper, Wonder Woman, Ben Cooper. Family had this mask. Krampus, Nosferatu, the Batman. We had this costume too, and Batgirl, which I think we had that one too. We had a bunch of old masks, I think, that Grandpa had picked up at yard sales and stuff. That we had just like a box of masks upstairs at Grandpa's Dean's house, and had that. I had the He-Man, but the He-Man was like this, where it was a full suit. So hopefully at some point they'll make He-Man ones. And I knew there are a couple I'd like to get, which I'm not, like I said, I'm not gonna spend any money on figures for a while, but if something happens, I sell something, and I see one cheap, I may do it that way, because I am going to go through and I got to start clearing up space to pay for bills, to, clearance, or get space back down here for one, and just kind of deturd it all. So here, let's go ahead and start with Nosferatu. So I was going to do it like deturd them one at a time, but we'll just, deturd them all and just show them to you, but what the hell. Let's just go through. Won't be that big of a thing, right? So here he is. I've never opened any of these before. Oh, they come with the treats and a bag. You could put the silica in the bag. That's a heck of a good treat. Yummy. Okay. Got all those out. So each character, which, like I said, I've not messed with these before, that is molded on, or glued on at least, or something, right? Or it's just because they have similar backs of the heads, right? So I don't know if it's two separate pieces or how they do it. But anyway, there's their articulation there. Now, when I was a kid, I guess they were getting ready to wind down all these costumes, right? I don't know if they were official Ben Coopers or not. But they would have I had a Bugs Bunny one for kindergarten. Yeah, there's your bag. The bags are like this. Yeah. Okay. At first grade, I had a Raphael Ninja Turtle one. And then I remember my mom got mad because there was two plastic masks like that in a row. And she wanted me to be something scary, which I didn't want to be something scary. I wanted to be something I liked. And she gave me this awful mask, and had me in this hot costume. It was so friggin' hot. This one's a girl. And anyway, but yeah, I remember hating how bad it smelled, and it was scary. And she made me be a hunchback monster thing, and it was just, did not like. So the next year, they made me Link. Made a Link costume for me. So cool. 4th grade, I was it was Darkwing Duck. My grandparents made the costume out from a Donald Duck pattern. They modified it. I wish I still had it. Anyway, or at least cut pictures of it. I don't know if I got pictures of it. All of the superheroes have a Super Friends bag here. So, there we go. There's your articulation of that. That's the first one I've seen that's got a different head so far for the girls. Yeah. See, they're I think they just leave the face blank, and then this is something that's pegged in or whatever. But anyway, different shoes. Their colors, at least. Those are so fun. I really like those. Those will be great Halloween decorations. Absolutely. I look forward to putting those out for Halloween every year now. And of course, you got all that sweet, sweet candy right there. Alright, guys. So, that's the end of the episode. Of course, I know that you've been waiting patiently and lovingly to see which one of these figures is the greatest action figure ever made. And you know how we do that test? Well, if you don't know, you're about to figure the hell out. So anyway, Captain Carrot here, with his glow-in-the-dark action, he's going to go flying first into the door to Castle Grayskull, feet first, of course. And we'll see if he is the greatest action figure ever made. And no, he is not. Okay, we're just going to load up all these children at once and hope they can do the job. I mean, they should technically open the door. Okay, guys, I got a way to get them open the door. Trick or treat. No dice. Okay, and then this big, beautiful Peacemaker. Good God, that's a good figure, man. Get you one. Okay, well, nobody made it through the door, which seems to be the trend. So I'd like to thank you for watching, guys. And like I was saying earlier, I do have a GoFundMe to help with my cancer bill. I've got a scan tomorrow that my responsibility is almost $500 for it. And we're doing a brain scan to make sure I don't have cancer in my brain. So that's fun. But anyway, like I said, all the stuff from now on is stuff that's been pre-ordered. The only thing I may buy is if I run into one of the Ben Cooper Godzilla ones, just because I think that one's really neat. But elsewise, I'm not going to be buying anything for a while. It's just going to be stuff that was pre-ordered coming in, and if anyone, gifts me whatever, sometimes I get gifts in the mail, which is cool, and I'm not saying you have to do that or the GoFundMe, but I am saying that I am winding the show down for a while. End of the month, the McFarlane stuff should be here from Superman. So that'll be 2 episodes. Got some Spider-Man coming down the road. I got a special Legion of Doom Road Warrior thing coming in. Can't remember what else. I feel like I got some more pre-orders. There's a She-Hulk, Fantastic Four She-Hulk, and of course, I do have a problem with Fantastic Four stuff, so that would actually probably only be the only other thing I order, but that'll be it. So elsewise, yeah, it's winding down, so I can see probably in my head about the next 4 or 5 shows, and it's all going to be just, like I said, stuff I've pre-ordered, nothing random picked up, because I gotta tighten my belt. So cancer is no fun, especially the bunny part. But anyway, I'll get through this. I'll get better, and then once I get out of the financial problems, we'll go back to having weird episodes, have fun stuff. Maybe on occasion do some more Hot Toys or some more Beast Kingdom stuff, some more expensive stuff. We'll just see what happens. But I don't want you guys to worry about me or worry about my health. Anyway, I've blabbered on way too much. Thank you so much for watching. It's been a lot of fun doing this all these years. And like I said, I'm not worried about anything. I just want to say, don't freak out that you're not going to see a lot of uploads for a while. So they'll probably be short still. Just no Reno McDallas reviews. So be good to yourselves, everybody. And remember, free the fakes.